Do you know if he's dating somebody else?
I don't know.
You don't know if he's dating somebody else. But if you find out now that the person likes somebody else, how would you feel?
I'll feel bad.
You know the guy. Yeah, let's leave her alone. Because our case is peculiar. So, before we go further, if you know you like somebody here, I'm always of a school of thought that shoot your shots. It's better you say it out than keeping it inside you. Oh!
Last, now everybody go chop breakfast.
Emma, please, let's ask you, have we chopped breakfast? Okay.
Yes, somehow.
He has chopped breakfast. Even me, I know before I invite me, I gave you breakfast, sir. Didn't I give you breakfast? Hey, plenty breakfast, sir. So we're trying to establish.
I get plenty ladies breakfast too.
Last, now everybody go chop breakfast.
So what you miss is that, I don't know if you're watching it inside. We're trying to establish the fact that everybody will chop breakfast. When we started, some people said that they've never chopped breakfast in their life. So we've made them understand that everybody must chop breakfast. Yes, so as I was saying that, if you like somebody here, I know we've taught it so many times to ladies that don't go and tell the guy, but you can use indirect means of telling the guy, right? I remember that time I said, flipping your hair, eye contact, smiling, compliments, right? I said it for ladies. Guys, if you like a girl here, so that you not start saying, to avoid you yourself, giving yourself heartbreak, like serving your own self breakfast, tell the girl on time. It's not that when the girl goes to meet somebody else, you not start feeling bad. Shoot your shots. So we're going to be going further. I'm going to be talking about breakfast. There's nothing wrong in having breakfast. Breakfast, for some people who don't know what breakfast is when you've been faced with disappointment. That's what it just means in summary. Disappointment. And the thing this time called breakfast, everybody must chop breakfast. That's the truth. It might be relationship, it might be friends, it might be the office, it might be your colleague, it might be your close friend. Everybody would, even Jesus was disappointed at some point. So everybody must definitely be disappointed. And what we're just going to be talking about, even if what I'm going to be saying more will be of relationship, but the point I'm going to be giving, you can apply them to your day-to-day life. Some people have been sacked from jobs, from their office, and they feel bad because they don't even know where they're going to start from. Some people have been betrayed, some people have been lied on. And even when I was preparing this message, I remember I chopped my own breakfast last year with work. Somebody betrayed me and lied against me. And when I was going through the message, I could flow with it because I've gone through my own series of breakfast and I could relate to what I was preaching. So I'm not just coming to talk to you about something I did not know about. I'm talking to you about something that happens in our day-to-day life. Hope you have our phones. If you don't have your phone, get your paper, get your biro, because we're all going to learn from it. So I'm going to be starting by talking about 7 mistakes people make when they've been served breakfast. Please, it's going to be, that's why I'm not preaching, that's why I'm here. We're going to be discussing. So 7 mistakes people make when they've been disappointed. Can that not be short, please? It's distracting me. The door. Talking about 7 mistakes people make when they've been disappointed. So we've already established the fact that there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being disappointed. There's nothing wrong with having heartbreak. In fact, I tell you that when you have heartbreak, when you've been disappointed, relationship-wise and all that, you learn. Even if you are, it's just 1% of people that you hear that the first person they dated is the same person they get married to. You've seen those kind of people. They will tell you that. I've seen some people say that this is my first boyfriend, and that's the person they end up with. You see, when I was in university, we had couples that they will wear. I don't know if people can relate. You see some couples, they will wear ashoebi together. They will buy the same akara and sew it and be oppressing everybody. You know those couples that they will be together that you think this one, yeah, those campus love, they can oppress you, If Valentine's Day is the worst, hey, I went to see you, Covenant University, and I can tell you that Covenant University, when Valentine's Day is coming, just start thinking about your life if you don't have a boyfriend, because it's crazy. And you know the way they announce it in school is the porter that will announce it from that set. She'll say, Adiola Adeleke, you have a visitor at the reception. All the girls will start shouting, yay! Everybody will now run to the balcony to see. So what that compression, some people's boyfriend, maybe those people that are dating commissioners, you will see convoy coming into school. You will see some people bring teddy bear that look like a human being. Some people, your boyfriend that doesn't have money, don't bring one cake for you, manage it. Some people, different kind of packaging. But if you don't have anybody that can buy you anything, that day, if you've not chop breakfast in your life, that day you chop breakfast. Natural breakfast. So that's, I'm just establishing the fact that it is normal to be disappointed and all that. So 7 mistakes people make when they've been served breakfast. Number 1, I'm going to be relating it to relationship, but please, I'll try as much as possible to relate it to other parts of our life.
What's good, people, is with an expression.
Number 1 is going, begging your ex to take you back. Please, what did I say? Now we're going to be realistic. I think I'm not feeling comfortable where I'm standing, so let me just stand. We're going to be as realistic as possible. When somebody breaks your heart and somebody comes and says, now put yourself in my shoe, just go back and remember the heartbreak you've had, and the person came to meet you and say, should I use redeemed, but redeemed. When Brody was telling his girlfriend that, babe, I'm sorry. They don't even say I'm sorry. I don't even know how they break up with people nowadays. How did they break up? They just what? Ghost. You don't talk to the person again. But so did, I'm busy. Okay. So, but most times there's always a call, Abi, or face to face. They say, I think this relationship is not working anywhere. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, and all that. So most times when they hit you with that bomb, when you feel that this guy says it's over or he's not giving you attention, and something is wrong somewhere, you now start, at that point your brain cannot think. Your point, for example, maybe somebody been dating for 3 years, where you just start thinking, where am I going to start from? This boy that I've given everything to, maybe you're not the girl that you've slept with him, you've done everything to him, your family member, you know there's some relation, your family member knows him, your ancestor, your grandmother in the village, everybody knows the guy, your whole family, everybody in your streets, they've called your husband and wife, even the Okada man at the bus stop used to wait for you people, and you know there's some relationship that is deep like that, and the guy now comes and says, it's over, you just start saying my life has finished, I'm going to die, where will I start? We now start begging him, John, please don't do this to me, John, please. Just say it's not me, it's you. John, please, I'm sorry. John, I mean, goodness, anything you want, I'll do it. Goodness, I will change. Some girls at that point, maybe the guys will say, sleep with me, sleep with me, sleep with me. And that's the reason why they beg us, John, goodness, you want to sleep with me? Yeah, take me. Take me. At that point, they're just very irrational. And they're just frustrated. And at that point, you're not thinking well. So one of the first mistakes people do is that you just want to, you're begging the guy, please, I'm sorry, just take me back. The point is that you're not the one thinking at that point. It's your emotions that is thinking at that point. See, I want you to understand that nobody just wakes up. I'm happy that everybody established one fact. When I was saying how do people break up, some people say ghosting, right? Some people say I'm busy. Some people say you don't just hear from the person. Nobody just wakes up one day and say, goodness, I'm breaking up with you. When it's not that they use juju to command the person's spirit in the night. It takes a process, right? The person must have thought about it. People break up for different reasons. I don't know. We're going to share breakup stories. I don't know why your own breakup is. Some people break up because of distraction. There's another yarinya somewhere. There's another girl somewhere that is more sexy, that is giving him everything he wants. Maybe different people break up for. I don't know how complicated your matter is. Some people religious. Some people, they think that you don't match up to their standard again because they have new friends. I don't know what the reason is. But nobody just wakes up one morning and says, I want to break up. So it doesn't make sense for you to go and beg the person, please forgive me, please I'll go back. No, the person will just make that decision at that moment. The person thought about it for long. So the one of the worst mistakes you should do is when somebody has broken up with you, you should start begging the person back. It's painful, but at that point just walk away. Have I established the facts? Because the person did not just make that decision at that moment. And okay, let me share the first breakup I've ever had in my life. The same thing, I think was good. I didn't even know what it means. It was ghosting. I just found out that the guy was not communicating like how he was communicating before. He was not talking to me like how he was. We used to talk and everything. I said, something is wrong. Then it was Facebook that was really during our time. The guy put it on Facebook from in a relationship to it is complicated. I said, so it was my friends that came to me to me. See why this person changes Facebook something to it is complicated. I people fighting. I mean that I'm not till tomorrow. My husband knows that I can go on Facebook for maybe once in 3 years. I barely, so even Instagram, I'm still struggling. I'm trying to be a social media person. So everyone say, T.Y., this guy has put his complicated. I said, what's going on? Anyway, Sha, I'm somebody that likes, if nobody tells me the truth, I tell myself the truth. So I already accepted my fate that this guy break up. Tinde T.Y., the first safe breakfast you're going to experience in your life is approaching. So and I called my brother. My brother said, what? I told him that this is what is happening to me. They want to break up with me. He said, what happened? I said, they changed the relationship to it is complicated. And he's not calling me again. This is a sign. So my brother was just acting like a bro. I said, T.Y., don't worry, he's not worth it. He's not this thing. He was giving me psychological, those things just to make me. I said, let's go on a walk. So my brother and I went on a walk. He said, cry. I cry, oh. He said, are you okay? Have you finished crying? I said, no. He said, continue to cry tomorrow. I cry the next day. Are you okay with the crying? I said, no. He said, continue the third day. I cry. He said, fourth day. Are you over? I said, no. He said, how many weeks do you need? I said, 1 week. I'll cry and be okay. So when I finished crying for 1 week, I got myself back. I was okay. So the boy now came and said, it was Shiloh. And I said, I went for Shiloh that time. And the guy is the winner's person. So the guy came and said, T, I want to talk to you. I've already put my bodyguard. Breakfast service coming. They want to break up me. So I was looking at ice cream. And the guy came and said, T.Y., I want us to break up. I'm distracted. Work is going out something. I'm facing a lot of pressure at work. I'm facing a lot of pressure somewhere. I said, no problem. It is nice dating you. Thank you for the time well spent. And I was licking my ice cream and I was going. I said, friends. And we moved on. And the guy was looking at me like a mad person. Because what happened is that I've already cried all the cry I want to cry, right? I'm not going to fake that I just came here acting macho. No, I didn't do that. But I did not go back and beg. And the next day, the guy came and said, T.Y., when he saw I was happy, thank God for good support system. And I'm still going to talk about it furthermore in our message. And the guy said, my friends were around me, saw me playing, laughing. And he came back and said, T.Y., I think I made a mistake. I said, see, where we say good night, we don't used to say good morning. I said, it's over because I've cried. Once I've already cried that tear for you, 1 week. You think, can you give me back my 1 week tears? Think it's easy to cry for 1 week. So we've said good night there, and that was the end. But the point is that he tried to come back, and I did not even beg him back. Do you understand? So once the guy has come to a conclusion, or once the lady has come to a conclusion, she has thought about it very well. Please do not go back, because when you go back, anything can happen. You may fall, as I've said, it might be a sex situation, and the guy will say, okay, are you ready to sleep with me now? It might be really, I know somebody, it might be a religious stuff, and Christian and Muslim. I've been in that situation before. And the guy says, because the love is too strong. And the guy will say, okay, come back. Are you ready to become a Muslim with me because of love? I say, okay, I don't want to break up with you. I'll become a Muslim. So most times when you go back, you make some life-changing mistakes. You make some life-changing mistakes. So even if you guys are going to come back at the end of the day, it's not something you should do in a hurry or whatever. But most times we always tell you, once we said bye-bye there, let it be bye-bye. Except it's in a serious case. And that case must really be convincing. Probably get your pastor and your counselor involved before you can move on. Number 2 point. Some people, when they leave a relationship, they jump into a relationship. This is what I call